Hello everyone, Dave here, and today I have brought Architects of the West Kingdom to the table, and we're going to be looking at a storage solution for this game from Go7 Gaming. So first, let's take a look at what's inside this box. Now this is a Kickstarter version of the game, so it has all the extra pieces, the extra player boards, and there's some extra cards that are in here. And then I also have the promo cards from the Garfield Games 5-year anniversary in here. But so we have all of these that are sitting on top. And so there's a bunch of them. We have our 2 rule books. And we have our game board. And then inside we have an insert that will hold things, but if you notice, everything is all bagged up. So when we go to play this game, we have to unbag everything, set everything up, and then when we're done, we have to rebag everything. So we take this all out. We've got all of our player pieces. We have the metal coins. We have the extra piece for the that holds the money for the prison. And here's the cardboard coins too. I saved those. And we have more cards. So we have actually a pile of components over here, lots of baggies. So, and then we have, this was the old insert, so we're gonna go ahead and take this out. And let me show you what's gonna go in its place. In its place, we'll have the ARCH001 storage solution for Architects of the West Kingdom. And there are going to be a number of trays. There are 5 trays, or 4, yes. Here's the 5th one. 5 trays, and there are 2 ones that will hold the player pieces and all of the resources, and then there is another tray that is going to hold all of our coins. So for this, took me, this was a quick one, maybe a half an hour to assemble everything, and there was only a few sheets of materials. And you can see them right here. And what happens is we're going through all of the instructions. Are going to show you which pieces that you're going to need. They are all lettered on the sheets. And you will see right here, we'll tell you. And as you go along, we'll tell you which pieces to build each one. So we have the large and small card trays. And then we have the coin tray. And then we also have our player tray and the resource tray. Now, these are made of a material called HDF, high density fiberboard, and which is basically wood particles that are mixed with a resin. They're heated and they're pressed, and they make a nice durable piece of material. And then these are all laser cut, and you can see an awesome fit on these. There's no gaps. Now, these do have to be glued, and the type of material that I use to glue these is tacky glue. You can use wood glue, but what I find is if there's runoff and you go to clean it, you will see a yellow residue, so I prefer to use tacky glue. Now, these particular trays took me, I would say this was about a half an hour to assemble these. This went very, very quickly. I had no issues. Everything fits together. I'm really impressed with the manufacturing of these, and you don't have to worry about splintering or anything trying to separate things from the trays, because this is not a solid wood material, and so the laser does a great job of cutting these out, and like I said, everything fits in there just great. So you see all those bags that are over there. What I'm going to do is go through and show you what each of these different trays holds, and we'll put it back in and we will talk a little bit more about it. We'll see in a minute. Okay, I have everything all put into their trays. We're going to put this back into the box to show you how everything fits. Now, on the last page of the build instructions, it actually tells you how to store everything inside the box. So this will actually be going inside the rule book when I'm done, just so that I have a reference as to how everything goes in there. But this is very straightforward as to how we're going to go. So we're going to put everything in there. So the first tray that we have is going to hold all of our player pieces. So you'll see we have room for all of the workers and also the player markers in each of the 5 colors. And when I put them in there, I just smoothed them over with my fingers to make sure everything was laying flat so that's not sticking up above the side rails. And this is going to just set in right here. And when we're ready to play, we'll just end up pulling that out. We'll take all of our player pieces out of there, and as we are done with them, we will put them back at the end of the game. The other tray that we have is going to be for all of the resources. Now, underneath here, there is a space where it is etched in here to show you what all of the resources are. This particular one that I'm moving out of the way is for the marble, and you can see that right there. And so we have room for our clay and our marble and our gold and our stone and our wood. And I just laid them in there, and again, just made sure that went over the top. The marble, since these are larger pieces, just going to want to make sure that they are laying flat so that they don't stick up above the side trays either. And this is going to drop in right here. So when you're playing the game, this will actually put the resource tray right on the table, and you'll be able to take from them as needed. And so you can see here, this fits nice along the bottom. Now, this next piece I'm going to put in is going to hold all of our coins, and I think with the Kickstarter version we have this little tray that holds the coins when you put them on. I believe it's the prison. And so it says in here to throw some coins in there to hold it in place, and then I just have coins surrounding them. I'm using the metal coins. Here, the cardboard ones I still have in the bag. I'm actually going to repurpose those for another game. And this will actually place right in the front down here and leave us room for other things around them. Now, there are a number of cards that come in the game, and we've got two trays that hold the smaller cards. Now, these are actually going to have to do double duty. We have the black market cards, which will be used during the game, and then we also have our debt tokens. And those are easy enough to separate, and they will just go inside one of the trays here. And we will set this in just like this. I believe actually I need to turn this like this so that it gets the proper fit, and then this card tray will fit in just like that, so you can see here. And the next card tray that I have is going to hold our reward cards, and then also we have the multiplier cards on the back. So these two, both of these small trays will actually be holding two different types of cards, and they just lie in there, and they are the same height as the coin trays. So right now everything is still flat. And then we have three other trays that are going to hold cards. This one is going to hold all of the cards for the solo game, along with the rules. And as you're using them, you can actually just lay this flat on the table and draw from them. I think that's pretty cool. So this will just go in here just like this. And then we have two trays. One is going to hold our Apprentice cards. And this is going to be, I'm not sure if this is going to work with sleeve cards. This is definitely not going to work. If you have the Kickstarter version, I believe that there were a bunch of extra ones. I'm not 100% sure. But there are a lot. But you're not going to, these are, really don't even need to sleeve these cards. They're actually pretty well made. But this is going to hold all of the Apprentice cards. And again, when you lay them on the table, if you need them, you can just draw right out. Just reach your finger in there and draw them out. Really nice that way. And then also we have one for the building cards as well. And this will fit in place there. So here we have everything. This is all lying flush right there. The next thing that we're going to do then is we are going to place all of these player boards underneath there, and these will fit. There's a whole bunch of these. The base game came with 5. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think one of these is for the solo play. So there's a bunch of these. We'll just lay these underneath. I'll just kind of stagger them a little bit like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the rule book and all of the Apprentice Abilities manual underneath there. And then on top, I will place our board. And if you see here, we are just right at the level there. So we're not going to have any lid lift. And we put the box on here, just like so. So now we have a storage solution for this. We can actually hold it vertical if we want to. So that's how this all fits. Again, when it comes time to play the game, we'll just pull everything out, and we have our trays and everything that are going to be ready to go, and we just pull them out as needed. So So my thoughts on this here, we are definitely going to save a lot of time because we're just going to be able to pull these things out. Keeps everything neat and organized here. We put all the coins out, we set it off to the side. We don't have to worry about them going around the table. When we're done, we'll just put them in there. And then again, with our resources, we'll just be able to pull from them. It's going to be so much easier instead of having to have things all around the table in pieces to have them in one central location. One of the players can actually act as almost like a banker, handing the resources back and forth. So again, I'm really happy with the construction quality of the materials. I really like how these things all go together. The build instructions are very, very good. And so for something like Architects of the West Kingdom, it's definitely going to save you some time in setting the game up. You're going to be able to get it ready to go a lot faster with this particular insert. So I'm happy with it. I think this is going to definitely save me some time and allow me to play the game even more. So we are eliminating this piece of cardboard. This will be gone. And again, 15 bags that I can use for other things. But this one here now has an insert, holds up the cards. Not sure what's going to happen if we have any expansions for this game in the future, but for right now, this is going to work just fine. If you are interested in getting a copy of the insert for yourself, please look in the video description below. I will have a link to the Go7 gaming website. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.